Good afternoon, SteadyTrade Treats fans. Bryce Toohey back at you in my new apartment. I unfortunately don't have my office set up, but you know what I do have set up? The coffee machine. But I did check over at the overall market today, right? And that big gap up from great jobs reports. More jobs are coming back with this whole COVID thing. And personally, one of my favorites, and Bohen actually talked about this in pre-market prep today, and if you haven't checked out that video, you might want to go check it out. But Tesla with a very nice 7 or 8% gap up as well. And why is that so special? Because this could spark the EV sector coming back, guys. I mean, this really, truly was one of the longest hot sectors ever. In 2020, if you weren't around trading in 2020, the EV sector went nuts, absolutely bonkers. I mean, you know, in 2021, we've had a lot of runners, right? A lot of crazy runners all over the place. There wasn't really one hot sector so far this year the NFT sector has been really great, right? Don't get me wrong. But back in February when everything was running, it was really just like an OTC sector as a whole. If it was an OTC stock with decent news, it was soaring. But in, October, November of 2020, and maybe even a little before and after going into December, but the EV sector was just off the charts every day. Shorts were getting annihilated. This was that first taste. I mean, because we had the COVID runners, right? And then a little bit of chop. I mean, it's some energy plays, but then the EV sector, those energy plays really kind of transitioned into the EV sector. And basically why I'm so excited about Tesla's gap up is because this really, in my opinion, could spark the EV sector coming back. A lot of these EV stocks are kind of, I'm not going to say beaten down. They're still well over lows, but from highs, well beaten down. And if Tesla can really get going again, if Tesla can start pushing $800 a share, I don't think it's unrealistic to see the EV sector coming back in full effect. And it's an exciting thing. Now, what does this mean for volatility? If I'm right, if Bowen's right, if we're right here, this could be massive for volatility this year because this month. Again, if you weren't around for the EV sector, it's hard to remember like how much volatility there was. But now with so many new traders, expecting stocks to only go up, and one of the hottest sectors I've ever seen trading in terms of how long it was, this could be big for April. Again, I'm not going to go into April assuming that it's going to be crazy volatile, that everything's only going to go up. But if the EV sector starts getting hot, I'm going to remember how well those moved when it was hot last time. And that's going to be my way to prepare really for this sector, is just understanding if we're not familiar with the EV run back in the end of 2020, go through and review some charts, look at what they did, and use that to help you create a plan. Let me know what you guys think about the EV sector. What do you think about the Tesla gap up? Again, when the market is gapping up this much, it's already good news for penny stocks. So I will be back to you on Wednesday. I think I mentioned last week's treats. I've got a really fun topic to talk about on Wednesday, guys. So cheers to Monday. Cheers to a brand new month. Any mistake you made in March, leave it in the past, learn from it, and use it in April, guys. I will catch you back here on Wednesday. Sayonara.